Hey, peace and harmony here with you. How to cleanse yourself, your mind, your spirit, your whole aura, your mentality, your mindset, and your body of the narcissist. Now, chances are, in being involved with a narcissist, you're a woman and you've fallen for the cute, attractive, charming, intelligent, knight in shining armor who swept you off your feet, held the door open for you, made you feel like a woman, just was there for you, took you out for lunch, took you out for dinner, whispered sweet nothings in your ear, made you feel so attractive and wanted, just completely just was the world to you and meant the world for you and meant the world to you. And getting on into the relationship, things got hot and heavy, you had great fun, you would go out, go dancing, talk dirty, text dirty, you just were completely energized by this person. You wanted them so much and you're like, oh my God, this is love at its finest. This is the ultimate. Oh my God, this is the answer to my prayers. Oh my God, life is so worth it. And you just got involved with this guy and he just had you just played the entire time. And you were not his first conquest, you were not his last. Unless you dated maybe a 13-year-old, but chances are, you're, a little bit older in your life and you're a little bit more matured and you've just realized that you have been played, love bombed, and discarded by a narcissist. So don't worry. I don't want to say it's a common problem. They say that 1 in 25 are narcissistic, and we just have to realize these numbers, and we have to realize that, there's a lot of people out there with an insatiable need to take advantage of people. Literally, there are corporate narcissists, there are corporate psychopaths, people who are extremely high functioning in life, very good looking, they might have a great job, great home, apparently great friends, people who just think that they're the greatest, he's such a great guy, and they only see really, certain superficial aspects of them. But until you've really been involved with one and perhaps really gotten to the point where you've actually exposed them, then it becomes time to put on the brakes really hard, screech, have the car go like a little bit out of control, and hopefully, you're not crashing into anything while you realize that this narcissist has been a bunch of crap, has lived, basically been taking you through a pile of lies, a pile of shit. This great, wonderful person who you thought was the world, who meant the world to you, is now not all that they appeared to be, or all that they pretended to be, or all that they played you to be. And believe me, they're smiling and whistling the whole time because they know that they got what they needed for that amount of time, and that's all that they're doing, and they're ready to move on. And I think the best way to cleanse yourself of them is realizing really who they are, how they played you, and now how you've got to realize how they have become embedded in your mind through pictures, through the things that they said, through dreams that you had with them. These are all embedded in your mind and in your mindset, and you have to uproot these. You have to get them out of your life and out of your body and out of your mind, and stop playing them over and over, because that is what's continuing this devastation, is that they are rooted so deeply in you that they have really gotten the best of you. They've gotten a hold of you, and you've got some work to do in terms of cleansing them out. How to cleanse them out? Well, first one becomes, just identifying that this is a narcissist, this is a distorted person, they're never going to get better. You can't cry, plead to them to change and to give it a chance, and look at all the fun that we had, we were so great for each other, and of course they're going to want you back, but the number one key thing to cleansing them from you is realizing you don't ever want to take them back. You shouldn't take them back. You can't only process it intellectually, you have to process it in your heart as well. You have to understand that this person does not deserve you. that you're so much better than that. You have so much more to offer somebody who can actually build a life and a relationship with you. That's the whole goal. This is not a dress rehearsal, people. This is the real thing. You've got to get into that mindset where you kick them to the kick them to the curb, like a bad habit, and for the bad person that they are. And you know what? When you really get into it, you realize that a lot of these people are almost criminal in nature. It is so bad. They are so toxic. They are so destructive that they really will, it is almost illegal, the things that how they treat people. And that is what's really, been the crap, the sludge that is wearing you down, is this realization. You're trying to process it. You're trying to process it intellectually, and that's what's causing you to continue their toxic ways in your life. So number one, you have to realize that you can't just process it intellectually, you have to process it emotionally. You're not going to get a sense of closure with this person because there is no closure. There is no, coming to a mutual agreement, common ground that, things didn't work out, we're just not right for each other. That's kind of a normal relationship, it's just kind of like jobs, you shake hands and you move on and you let it go. You're not going to have that closure with a narcissist. So you got to let that go. You have to give it up. There's no closure. Like, you have to, once you realize who and what they are, you've got to let them go. Okay? So cleaning them from your mind and from your heart and your emotional center and your spiritual center is the first step. Second step is realizing, what a great, amazing person you are, what a wonderful person you are, and the fact that you feel bad right now, it just shows you what a great heart you have, what a great person you are, and what a great emotion you have and capability you have to love people and care for people. You've been there for them. You've made them dinner. You've heard their stories. You've shared some great times. Maybe you've shared some great laughs. They were just playing you all that entire time. To them, they don't have the same takeaway. You're just basically a filler for them. You're a time filler. You're a conquest. You're a victory. You're supply. I mean, that's all it is. Think of it like a meal. You and I, we might have, a great big salad at Chili's. We're like, oh, I'm stuffed. That was so good. And then like a little bit later, you're hungry again. That's kind of how they are. Like, they don't, they're looking at you like that chopped salad. I could go for the chopped salad, or, maybe I want a BLT, or maybe I want a cheeseburger, and they'll just move on. You're literally just there to satisfy some, insatiable hunger, and they're ready to move on. Don't give yourself credit for being supply. Give yourself credit for being a great, amazing person. And once you realize that, you can begin to get some distance from them. The step 3 I would recommend is definitely getting some distance and getting yourself out. It's very tough. It's very devastating. I know what you've been through, but you've got to get yourself out and away from them. Go no contact. Really rid everything that does not serve you in your life, including them. So if there's something else in your house that, in your living space, in your job, that's just clutter, that is just, old food, it's old books, old newspapers, old notebooks, old clothes, get rid of, try to get rid of at least 2 to 3 really big garbage cans filled with this stuff. And I'm sure you could fill a dumpster with it at this point, but just to begin to clear some of the old crap and clutter out of your life and start literally cleaning it out. All these things that surround you just keep you in a rut. They're going to keep reminding you of that life that you had with them, and your life is going to change. There's great, the grass is greener where you're going. The grass is not greener staying with them. No matter how brainwashed you are into believing that, no matter how they might act and try to get you back, or maybe they're not. Maybe they're trying to move on to supply number 2. You just have to realize that the grass is greener where you're moving on, and you can heal. It's going to take day by day, minute by minute, hour by hour reflection and constant reminding that you are so much better than them. You are an amazing, awesome person. You have so much to offer the world and other people. So begin to declutter your house. and begin then to put in something brand new for yourself. Go get a bouquet of, pick some wildflowers. Go to the store and get like a bunch of beautiful fruit and just fill a basket with it and have it represent your new life. Go ahead and get some new books that are in the self-help section. A wonderful book by Lisa E. Scott is It's All About Him. Wonderful book, would definitely recommend it. And also going on her blog, a lot of great support there. Maybe even go and start a support group for yourself, in your local community, in your area, where you can help other people who have been through this. Go ahead and volunteer, and it'll hopefully put some things in perspective for you. Last thing I would definitely recommend is go and, definitely clear out some of those old relationship habits that you've got. I need to be super attractive to get this guy. I need to be a certain way. Start clearing your mind of all those old emotional hooks that kept you there in the first place and kept you with him, because those are going to be some of the issues that you need to resolve and completely heal to become a whole person. I know you can do it. There's more great tools and tips coming on. Peace and love, harmony coming at you today. Please subscribe for more great tools and videos, and make it a beautiful day. And love you. Peace and harmony.